From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your evening update.
Well, good evening, everyone. I wanted to start off with a high-resolution satellite image coming off the internet because this is really a great tells the story for today. Because we saw that fog bank rolling itself up here throughout the day, making its way to Humboldt Bay here as I'm recording this. You'll also see a little bit of a spin of low pressure right here, kind of a little bit of that spin there as well. But another thing to take note, look at all the smoke coming in from the fires. What's interesting, you can see it's just blowing due west. So you can see in southern Humboldt and northern Humboldt and southern Del Norte is where we're seeing the bulk of the smoke out there here for today. In fact, I'm going to take you out of here and I want to show you a image, the latest image coming in from Crescent City. And there you can clearly see that smoke. This is pointing a little bit to the south, so it allows you to see that smoke. If we were to point this camera northward, it'd be mainly blue skies out there. So outside of that, of course, not very smoky in Crescent City right now, but most of the smoke is to the south of Crescent City. Now, if we take a look at the Elk Country just north of Trinidad, this might be some haze and smoke that we're seeing here, because you can kind of see some of the blue skies. That doesn't look like a fog bank to me. What this looks like is some of that smoke kind of lingering around, but if you kind of look off in the distance, we are seeing some of the blue skies out there. So again, even head south of Trinidad, we're seeing some of that smoke, is north of Trinidad actually. All right, here's the deal. We've got a cooling trend. Today was pretty hot. We're going to take a look at some of those high temperatures we saw today, but we've got a big temperature drop by next week. And this weekend, maybe some rain, maybe some thunderstorms, especially in the higher elevations. So let's talk about the smoke forecast here real quickly, because the smoke will actually shift southward here as we take you into tomorrow morning, and then tomorrow afternoon it kind of retreats back up northward here, and then we're going to see another plume of smoke start to shift eastward. So by the time we get into Saturday morning, we're seeing that smoke moving into western and central Siskiyou County and even northern portions of Trinity County. So it looks like it may be a bit more smoky come Saturday morning, especially in western Siskiyou, and not to mention eastern portions of Del Norte, northern portions of Humboldt County, and into northern portions of Trinity County as well. Here are the high temperatures. Hoopa, you very well may have hit 100 degrees, but you can see there 99, 97 in Weaverville, 96 for Hayfork. So for the most part, as forecasted, but by tomorrow, we are going to start to see these temperatures begin to drop. As I mentioned, that cooling trend going into the weekend and next week. A little hazy in some spots here inland tomorrow. I'm expecting mainly upper 90s, mid 60s here for the coast. And there you can see for Trinity County, looking at mainly sunny skies, could see some haze out there. Temperatures in the low 90s for your daytime highs. Big ridge of high pressure right here. That's what's giving us that heat wave. And that's why it was close to 100 degrees out in Hoopa today. But that ridge will start to break down and some cooler air will come in. In fact, you can see this little swirling area of low pressure right here. That is what's going to be moving closer to us, and then of course maybe bring us some showers and thunderstorms as it moves just off the coast for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and then it retreats back to the south again. But another reason I'm showing this water vapor image here is because this right here shows the amount of moisture that's available in the atmosphere. And right now, this rust color, that means it's very dry out there. You have to get into the greens before you start seeing the saturation. So even though we've got this area of low pressure moving closer to us, the amount of moisture is not very much. So it's going to be more difficult for these showers and thunderstorms to develop. That being said, Friday, tomorrow, no showers or thunderstorms. But by Saturday, that's when the low pressure moves closer. We've got some showers, maybe some thunderstorms developing here as we go into Saturday. But you'll notice it's not very widespread and they're not very strong. So a lot of us will probably make it through the day on Saturday without seeing any rainfall whatsoever, but I'm including the chance for inland and not to mention for most of Trinity County as well. Now, the long range, we take you on into Sunday. Look where most of the activity is off to the east, but I can't rule out some activity here out towards Trinity County, western Siskiyou County, and even eastern portions of Humboldt County. And then on Monday, this is where I think most of the activity will be, is off to the east, and then it should dry out for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But as another area of low pressure moves in closer by Friday into that next weekend, we could probably eventually see some more clouds and maybe some showers move in. But until then, it should remain dry after this weekend system. All right, here's what we got. The cooling trend down to the 70s by Thursday of next week. We'll certainly take that for the inland areas. How about those wave heights? Well, there you can see as we take you into tomorrow afternoon, anywhere from 6 to 7 feet. So really overall, not much change from what we saw today. Northwest winds at 5 knots, waves from the northwest at 4 feet at 9 seconds. Your low tide tomorrow morning at 6:51 at 0.6 feet, and your high tide tomorrow afternoon at 1:28 in the afternoon at 6.6 feet. There could be some haze and some of that patchy smoke. Of course, that's what we saw out there today as well. There you can see temperatures 40s and 50s for Trinity County, mid to upper 50s out towards the inland areas. And tomorrow, yes, it's still warm out there. We could even still touch 100 degrees. Quite honestly, that might be overdoing it for Willow Creek, but you get the idea. Temperatures upper 90s, 91 degrees for Garberville, 68 degrees out in Klamath, and there you can see Trinity Center, a high of about 87 degrees. So let's take a look at your 7-day outlook. And what we're going to see here, these temperatures dropping significantly, okay? So there you can see, as we take a look at Crescent City, no big drop there. That's to be expected. But look at Hoopa. Number one, slight chance for showers, maybe some thunderstorms for Saturday, Sunday. Slight chance. At this point, I'd say don't even count on it. And then Monday of next week through next week, it looks to be dry. Now, I do have the chance for showers, maybe some thunderstorms for Weaverville for Saturday, Sunday, maybe even into Monday. But I think even Monday might be pushing it, quite honestly. And then temperatures dropping down into the upper 70s to low 80s at that point. So yes, quite a nice drop in our temperatures here for next week. Now, looking at your 7-day outlook for Eureka, it's going to pretty much stay in the low to mid 60s. No big surprises there with those overnight lows in the mid to upper 50s.